Um, Welcome everyone. Hopefully everyone is ready for the patch. Myself, I am excited for 3.3. It's going to be fun. But first of all, before the patch drops, I wanted to talk about Dori for a little bit. Everybody seems to dislike or not understand how Dori works. Now, granted, she's extremely niche. I'm not going to give you that she's like some kind of universally powerful character. But I want to talk about this adventure and babysitting party that I use when I'm running Dori. Essentially, it is a hyperbloom party. Blooms are generated by Nahida and Kokomi. Dori uses her burst, which has the side effect of infusing the active character with electro. Sayu, when she's afflicted with an element, she swirls that first when she does her attack, which means Sayu becomes an electro unit in this party. And as you probably know, Sayu is almost a pure EM build. So now, here we have a Sayu with 800 EM, which will be 1,000 under Nahida's burst, who will be running electro, who will be targeting the hyperblooms. So I will demonstrate, hopefully, how this party works. Where Court of Flowing Sand might be a good place. There's already a lot of electro on the field. I want to go to a domain here that doesn't have a lot of electro, but has like a lot of enemies active. So maybe we'll do the Valley of Remembrance or something like that. Or even better, I think I'll do we'll do Valley of Remembrance. So there's a lot of enemies on the field. Hopefully this will illustrate how this works. So everyone's bursts are charged. So I'll show you, I'll try to get the rotation here. It may take me a couple of tries, but we'll see how this goes. And so now, I'm not saying that Dori's like the best unit ever. No, of course not. But she has a kit that's specifically built to take advantage of elemental infusions. So let's see what that looks like. So let's get everybody scanned, right? Drop Kokomi, right? Drop Dori's burst. And now Sayu is now an electro unit. So all those cores, she just has to go around and collect them like little Sonic the Hedgehog. And now it's even better if you can drop Nahida's burst. Oop, hello, generate some energy. So that's basically it. We'll do that. We'll run that one more time after some heals. And ideally, because Dori's burst is healing up the active party member, you can just don't want to claim this. Just leave. So we'll do that one more time, and then I'll show you the builds. And so as long as you're focused on getting as much ER as you can on your Dori, Sayu has interruption when she's running her little Sonic the Hedgehog thing, but she doesn't have like armor. She doesn't have a shield. So Dori has the effect of basically she electro infuses Sayu, but she also has the effect of just keeping Sayu alive as she's doing her little Sonic the Hedgehog thing. So I'll show it to you one more time. So get some Dendro. You can do this Dendro Traveler too, right? Get some Hydro, right? Dori Burst, Sayu, E-Skill. And you just go around and you just seek out these little hyperbloom cores. And you're just like, oh, you're just like Sonic the Hedgehog. You're just like collecting stuff as you go. Doopy-doo. And if I would have dropped Nahida's burst, it would have been even better, right? Let's see if I can get it with Nahida's burst this time, because I'll just drop her burst at the start of the rotation. Let's do this one more time. So, third time's the charm. Let's see if I can remember to drop Nahida's burst. Start. All right, let's do this one more time. burst. Scan everybody. Kokomi for some hydro. Drop her burst. And now Sayu is an electro introduced. Even though there's hydro on the field, she's going to grab electro from herself first. Everything's dead. And you got 1,000 elemental mastery on Sayu. She's healing from swirls. She's healing from the Dori's burst. And as you saw, no, this isn't a hard domain. I mean, but I didn't bring a physical unit. I didn't do physical attacks. It was purely hyperblooms for the whole thing. So I'll go over the builds really quick, just in case. You know, I've got a hyper invested Nahida, running a crit build, decent amount of recharge. Widsith, I don't have her weapon. I'm C2 though. Dori. Crits don't really matter. EM doesn't really matter. She's going to allow to have hit points because she wants to heal. Recharge is her critical stat, right? You want to have as much recharge as you can. I'm currently running her on Sack Sword. You can also run her on Favonius if you've got it. I don't think I have a built Favonius sword. Constellations. You're going to get more attacks. Let's see, out of this one, which is cool. You're gonna have some more energy recharge because she has an energy recharge program as you get constellations. But you could run this at C0; it'd be fine. Sayu again, EM focus build. She's going to be triggering mostly hyperblooms, so her crit stats don't really matter. Recharge, you normally on a Sayu you're going to run a higher recharge, but in this party you don't have to because she's getting all her recharge from Dori's passive like energy regen. And then as far as weapons, Rain Slasher's going to be your best slot for her because it's got the EM. And then basically everything's going to be afflicted with Hydro and Electro. So you also get the 36% damage bonus for those hits as well. Constellation, I'm running C6. In reality, you probably don't need to. C1 is nice. C2 is going to give you that big kick hit at the very end, but it's still the anemo damage. It's not going to be the dominant damage on the field. This is going to keep her burst up as well, so this kind of helps your energy because she's going to be triggering swirls continuously as she's zipping around. Every time she hits a hyperbloom, she's going to do damage. Every time she hits an enemy, she's going to swirl. And then this adds EM scaling to everything, so you can basically divest attack once you have that. And then finally, Kokomi. I run her. I think I talked about this on my other video. I run her with Deep Woods, so this is going to that resistance cut boosts hyperbloom damage. So Kokomi just needs to keep hitting with her E skill, which it does. Again, that rotation was what, 10 seconds. It's fine. Like, don't even need to worry about dropping her burst, but you can drop her burst after 10 seconds to refresh her E skill, so it continues hitting. And then I'm running C0. I'm running Prototype Amber right now, but you know, alternately, you know, you can run Thrilling Tales on your Kokomi. In this party, it doesn't matter because like all of the damage in this party is reaction damage. So like Thrilling Tales actually doesn't matter. So I just run Prototype Amber just for more invincibility and energy. And then as far as artifacts and stuff, you know, you want to avoid your crit, right? I have one bad crit stat on one of my artifacts, but you know, healing and energy recharge, that's basically your focus on that. So yeah, so for all people who are like, I don't know what to do with these Dori character, the trick, the TLDR of this is her burst self-afflicts with Electro. So continuous recharge energy will be afflicted by Electro. So that's going to help any character who has elemental absorption from themselves. So that's Sayu, obviously. She'll pick up the Electro directly from herself as long as she's not afflicted with any other element, even though the absorption arrow would grab Hydro, Pyro, Cryo first. In this case, because the source of the Electro is herself, she always picks up Electro. So just make sure that she's not afflicted with any other elements, and she's going to be a little Electro Sonic the Hedgehog. And then the other characters that have the possibility to do that, of course, is Kazuha. Kazuha, I believe his Autumn Whirlwind also is going to do the same thing. So Hydro would have swirled first, but if Kazuha is afflicted with Electro, that is the closest source, and that's going to override the elemental absorption order, which allows him to create a kind of his Kazuha slash whirlwind also will be Electro infused. I'm not going to demo that now because we're kind of racing against the patch right now. But yeah, there you go. Adventures in Babysitting. A practically immortal party. It's got 3 healers, but it does pretty significant reaction damage. And you get to be Sonic the Hedgehog the whole time and be a little blue blur or purple blur as you zip around as Sayu collecting the bloom seeds like you're collecting rings on the battlefield. So there you go.